Om Tabakathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavirritam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvikrinanti Bhurida Jana. Your stories, which is like nectar, is the very life force for the living beings burning in this fire of the world. It destroys sins. Mere listening to your exploits brings about the well-being of the living beings. That is why those who know the truth have described your exploits to be the greatest. Those on earth who sing the glories of your exploits have certainly done a lot of charity in their previous births. It is owing to the result of that meritorious action that they have developed taste for singing the glories of your sports. Om peace, peace, peace. Good evening. I am very happy to be back again with the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, the nectar-like words of our Master. After 4 months, 12 days, I had the chance to read the Gospel last on 8th November. So, we continue. Just to recapitulate, Sri Ramakrishna was talking to some of the devotees. Naren was present, M, the recorder of the Gospel, was present, Kedar, a learned man in Sanskrit, Pandit, was also there, present, and it was in Dakshineshwar. Sri Ramakrishna was talking to them, and he asked Naren, how do you feel about it? Worldly people say all kinds of things about the spiritually minded. But look here, when an elephant moves along the street, any number of cars and other small animals may bark and cry after it, but the elephant doesn't even look back at them. If people speak ill of you, what will you think of them? Master was asking young Mahendranath, later Swami Vivekananda, world famous Vivekananda, who was sitting in the audience. And Narendra immediately answered, I shall think that dogs are barking at me. Sri Ramakrishna smiling, oh no, you must not go that far, my child. Laughter. God dwells in all beings, but you may be intimate only with good people. You must keep away from the evil-minded. God is even in the tiger, but you cannot embrace the tiger on that account. Laughter. You may say, why run away from a tiger, which is also a manifestation of God? The answer to that is, those who tell you to run away are also manifestations of God, and why should not you listen to them? So Sri Ramakrishna began with this, and then he said, let me tell a story, the story of that snake, and a story of that a hermit, a brahmachari, went to have alms, collect alms, and it was attacked by an elephant, and he became unconscious. The people were telling, come away, the elephant is mad, don't go near, but he was offering pranams. So this was the story. And then Sri Ramakrishna said, it is said in the scripture that water is a form. The story ends with the note that the young brahmachari was brought back to the hermitage with the help of his brother disciples, and after some nursing and medication, he regained his senses. And then Guru was asking, my child, what happened? Why did not you go away, run away from the mad elephant. People were telling me, no, I thought you told me that God dwells in everyone. So I was making pronouns reverentially to the elephant. So what is my mistake? Then Guru said, my child, my dear, yes, I told you that God dwells in everyone. You should pay respect to each and everyone. But God dwells in the Mahout also and other people also who are shouting at you and telling, it is mad elephant, don't stand there, go near, come away, run away. Why did not you follow therefore thinking it was only the elephant god that was coming, I did not run away. At this the teacher said, yes, my child, it is true that the elephant god was coming. But the Mahout god, the driver who was driving the elephant, he forbade you to stay there. Since all are manifestations of God, why did not you trust the Mahout's words? You should have heeded the words of the Mahout god. All laughed. So, it is said in the scriptures that water is a form of God, Apo Narayana. Water is a form, because without water we cannot live. So, Apo Narayana, water is a form of God. Narayana means God. But some water is fit to be used for worship, some water for washing the face, and some only for washing plates or dirty linen. This last sort cannot be used for drinking or for a holy purpose. In like manner, God undoubtedly dwells in the hearts of all, holy and unholy, righteous and unrighteous. But a man should not have dealings with the unholy, the wicked, the impure. He must not be intimate with them. With some of them he may exchange words, but with others he should not go even that far. He should keep aloof from such people, a devotee. So that was the point we last completed in November. Now a devotee was asking the question, sir, if a wicked man is about to do harm or actually does so, should we keep quiet then? So these are all practical experiences. We see that although I have not done anything wrong, but wicked people are wicked people. We know Ravana, what wrong Mother Sita has done to Ravana. What wrong Pandavas did to the Kauravas, Durjodhanas. But we find there was this Kurukshetra battle. There was this battle with Rama and Ravana. So wicked people will try to do something harm, something bad. So what to do? In our life society, while living, we find that we encounter this kind of people. Although I am good, I am always trying to remain within myself, not doing anything wrong, following the paths of righteousness, doing good to others. But some people are there, even though I am very good, you are good, we all are good people, but still some people, you are driving in your lane, somebody will come and hit you. So, this was a very wise question. Sir, if a wicked man is about to do harm or actually does so, should we keep quiet then? Then Master again, story after story, another story. He finished last time the story of the elephant and the brahmachari going for begging, alms collection, and how to save yourself from those kind of animals who are not in senses. And now another story, Sri Ramakrishna says, Master, a man living in the society should make a show of tamas to protect himself from evil-minded people. Tamas means there are three things, sattva, rajas and tamas. Tamas means the base quality, lowest, laziness, not unholy, not following the rules and regulations. This is there in the society, in our lives we find. Our mind sometimes is very sattvic, very pure, calm and quiet, holy. Sometimes little, I will do some work, but in return I want to have some recognition. You praise me, then I will help you. Live and let live. And tamas is, I live or not live, I will kill you. I will do some kind of harm to you. These things, these are three gunas. This whole universe is created with these three gunas. So, Master is telling a little tamas, a show of tamas is to be done to protect himself from evil-minded people. But he should not harm anybody in anticipation of harm likely to be done him. Then he says that listen to a story. This Sri Ramakrishna story is so perfect and it's so lively, it is so common that we cannot say no to it. And say, yes, really it happens. We also sometimes are part and parcel of this kind of stories. It happens in our lives, not only in the society. In our family also it happens. Listen to a story. Some cowherd boys used to tend their cows in a meadow where a terrible poisonous snake lived. Everyone was on the alert for fear of it. One day a brahmachari means a holy person, was going along the meadow. The boys ran to him and said, "Revered sir, please don't go that way. A venomous snake lives over there." "What of it, my good children?" said the brahmachari. "I am not afraid of the snake. I know some mantras." So saying, he continued on his way along the meadow. But the cowherd boys, being afraid, did not accompany him. In the meantime, the snake moved swiftly toward him with upraised hood. As soon as it came near, he recited a mantra, this brahmachari, and the snake lay at his feet like an earthworm. The brahmachari said, "Look here, why do you go about doing harm? Come, I will give you a holy word, mantra. By repeating it, you will learn to love God." Mantra means Mahendranath Trayate iti mantra. What is a mantra? Mantra is some kind of this mystic syllable or word or letter, by repeating which you always feel the presence of God, the divinity within and without. And Mahendranath, by thinking which, repeating which, the name, you become free, trayate, you become liberated. That is a mantra. So, it is so powerful. If you repeat it, if you think of the mantra and the Ishta, mantra and the Ishta dhyana, meditation, thinking of the form of the Ishta, chosen deity, and also the name of the chosen deity, if you do it sincerely, anybody, that is a path. It is already proven. It is not some story. It is experienced by hundreds and thousands of rishis and munis and holy people and saints and sages. So he said, "Hey, come, I will give you a mantra, and by repeating the name, you will learn to love God. You are always doing harm. Even the small boys cannot come near you. Why you are doing harm? Why you are so venomous, and why you are so ill-minded, evil-minded, always trying to do harm to others? It is not good. Come, I will give you a mantra, and you will start loving God. Ultimately, you will realize Him, and so get rid of your violent nature. This violent nature is not good. So come, my dear." So this brahmachari, this celibate, he gave a mantra and lovingly called it near and telling that why I will take the mantra, I will accept you, because it will give you joy, love for God. Always you are suffering from some kind of evil tendencies, unhappiness, this non-violence, always anger, full of anger. It is not good. You will have a better, higher, sublime life. Come, I will give it to you. And by repeating it, you will get rid of this violent nature. And you will realize God, which is the goal of life. So all these words, these are all stories. You see, in the stories, snake also will talk, birds will talk, and they will follow your instruction. Rivers will talk, trees will talk. Bricks also can talk, no problem. So, saying this, he taught the snake a holy word and initiated him into spiritual life. The snake bowed before the teacher and said, "Revered sir, how shall I practice spiritual discipline?" So we all are initiated sitting here, and those who are in online attending to this and participating and listening to, they also. So we should check that Guru gave this wonderful mantra for our upliftment. We should check sometime. Are we uplifting? Are we really doing the japam and meditation intensely with the right earnestness and yearning as instructed by my Guru, as instructed, injunctioned in the scriptures? Am I doing? Am I on the right track, or I am deviated? So we should have sometime when we drive, after going some distance, we say, oh, how far? We are on the right track. It is the same route, it will go. We are not misled, we are not deviated from the right path. So one should be on alert, on guard. So this snake, immediately it has become a disciple. Now disciple means God's name has already entered in his body and mind and intellect. So it is working. Immediately it has become reverential. So it is telling, "Revered sir, how shall I practice spiritual discipline?" Repeat that sacred word, said the teacher, "and do no harm to anybody." And he was about to depart. As he was about to depart, the brahmachari said, "I shall see you again. Now follow. I am your Guru. Follow my instruction, your disciple. Your life will be changed. You will have the vision of God. The fulfillment of the human's life goal will be fulfilled. Fulfillment will come in your life. And whatever wrong things you have done, everything will go. I assure you, I will come. Do what I am telling." So, and it has also already become very devoted to Guru and asking how to practice this spiritual discipline. Spiritual discipline means very simple. Repeat the sacred word. Religious life is so simple, and we make it so complicated, of all the complications in our life. How to do spiritual practice? Whole life I am only asking this question, not starting my journey. How to go to San Francisco? How to go to Mexico? Not sitting on the car, not starting giving the start in my car, only asking question, which way I should go and which way is the best, which way. And scriptures say, oh God, so many paths are there. You go, some are very freeways are there, it will go very quickly without any problem. And some are here and there, crooked ways are also there, very difficult to go, but many ways are there, but follow something. So he said that do no harm to anybody. Very simple. Repeat the name of God and do no harm to anybody. This simple thing, Sri Ramakrishna said, just love God. How many times I will do? Holy Mother also said, my dear child, by pranayama and asana and being stiff and all these things are for the beginners, just to bring your mind from the objects of enjoyment to your heart, yes, where you are trying to meditate, yes, just to concentrate. But these are not actually can take you if you have not really generated love for God. That is the main thing. If you have love for God, automatically you will have kumbhaka. I am quoting Holy Mother Sharada Devi. You don't need to do pranayama. This is. In the initial, we used to do it. In the puja time also. You just inhale 4 times, 4 seconds, or do your japa mantra, Om 4 times, or your mantra, whatever, and hold it for 16 times, and then release it for 8 times, and do it. What it will do? It will physically and mentally make me alert. My scattered mind will be gathered. That will help, but it cannot show me vision of God. It cannot. For that, you have to love. Love for God and God's grace. By doing whole day pranayama, then all the pranayama, those who do, they would be the most visionful people in this world. It is not that. So, simple thing, that repeat the sacred word and do no harm to anybody. And he left, departed, and said, I will see you again. Some days passed, and the coward boys noticed that the snake would not bite. Now snake, by taking God's name, its cruelty, its evil tendencies, its violence, its terrible nature, all this disappeared. This is the beauty, unknowingly, if we take God's name really lovingly, shedding tears, earnestly, intensely, sincerely. If we do that without any other effort, without knowing how it is changing inside or going on, our mind, our intellect is being purified, uplifted, sublimated to a higher level. So now this snake does not bite, does not even come raising its hood and hissing. So some days passed, and coward boys found that where is this snake? It is not doing any harm to us. It won't bite. The small boys also understood that it is so easy. It has become like a pet. They threw stone at it. Still, it showed no anger. It behaved as if it were an earthworm. Completely, it's all these bad tendencies, evil tendencies. By taking God's name, it is purified, mind is raised to a higher level. It did not show anything. It behaved like an earthworm, although it was so powerful and poisonous. One day, one of the boys came close to it. They were testing. Oh, we are pelting stones, it doesn't do anything. And we are going near, then also it doesn't do any harm. So one boy, a little courageous boy, one day, very close to it, caught it by the tail and whirling it round and round, dashed it again and again on the ground and threw it away. And this is the nature of the boys. So when they find that it will not do any harm, they start showing their heroism, their chivalry. So they did it. And the snake did not do anything, did not like even to leave away, flee away, did not show anything. So the snake vomited blood and became unconscious. It was stunned completely and it could not move. So thinking it dead, the boys went their way. But what we do? So long the snake is alive, we try to kill it. When it is already killed, it is dead. Nobody shows any interest and will not take any, waste any time on it. So they left. Late at night, the snake regained consciousness. Slowly and with great difficulty, it dragged itself into its hole. Its bones were broken and it could scarcely move. You see the storytelling of Sri Ramakrishna, how minutely. You see, we also tell the stories. But you see, every word reminds you that yes, storytelling also is a wonderful art. It captivates the minds of the audience, of the listeners. Sri Ramakrishna's story, everything one after another. This is a story, but story how minutely he is giving all the details that we feel very, very close to it, very attentive. So yes, broken it. It could not scare, it could scarcely move. Many days passed. The snake became a mere skeleton covered with skin. Now and then at night it would come out in search of food. For fear of the boys, it would not leave its hole during the daytime. Since receiving the sacred word from the teacher, mantra, it had given up doing harm to others. It maintained its life on dirt, leaves. It maintained its life on dirt, leaves, or the fruit that dropped from the trees. Daytime's not going for anything. At night time, whatever, perchance sending. A real yogi, you see now, depending completely on the God's mercy of God. Whatever is coming, very little food, so it has become like a skeleton. About a year later, the brahmachari came that way again and asked after the snake. The cowherd boys told him, that it was dead. But he could not believe them, the brahmachari. He knew that the snake would not die before attaining the fruit of the holy word with which it had been initiated. He knows. How can it die? Because it has to be liberated first, otherwise it cannot. He found his way to the place and searching here and there called it by the name he had given it. The Guru has given a name also, a spiritual name also. Hey, so and so, you come. Where are you? I am here. So, because daytime it doesn't come out of the hole. So it was in the hole, and when he, hearing the teacher's voice, it came out of its hole and bowed before him with great reverence. How are you? Asked the brahmachari. I am well, sir, replied the snake. Skeletal body, nothing is there. Condition was so bad. Just came back from the jaws of death and still completely forgetful of all those things. Oh, yes, I have seen my Guru come back. Oh, no, I am fine. Oh, I am well, sir, replied the snake. But the teacher asked, why are you so thin? The snake replied, revered sir, you ordered me not to harm anybody. So I have been living only on leaves and fruit. Perhaps that has made me thinner. I don't need too much. No bragging, no demanding. We always demand, no, this is less, it is not. No, real sadhaka will not demand anything because God is real. All other things, I am not the body. What is there? Minimum thing, sufficient. So he has forgot. Now Sattva-guna, this Sattika, the holy quality, virtue, has been generated in his mind, in his thought. Now he cannot think of anything bad against, no complaining. No, sir, I am taking little, I take fruit only. You said earlier I used to eat insects, frogs, other things. Now I am completely a vegetarian. That also very minimum thing. Only what fruits and leaves I am living on that. So perhaps that has made me thinner. Not thinking of the body at all. We always think, no, my weight is lost, this what is there, it is back pain, that is there. Hey, doctor, you have come, what is my pressure? See my sugar level. He has forgot everything. His mind is in God and mantra and nothing else. This comes. So, the snake had developed the quality of sattva. It could not be angry with anyone. It had totally forgotten that the cowherd boys had almost killed it. The brahmachari said, it can't be mere want of food that has reduced you to this state. There must be some other reason. Think a little. Only taking little food cannot make you that thin. So what is the reason? Think of it. Then the snake remembered that the boys had dashed it against the ground. It said, yes, revered sir, now I remember. The boys, cowherd boys, wanted to dash me violently against the ground. They are ignorant. After all, small boys. How could they know that I will not do any harm? I am a changed person. So he is telling the truth and also at the same time trying to save. As Jesus was telling, oh my Father, they do not know what they are doing. Forgive them. You see, he was being crucifixed. They are taking his life away. And he's praying, oh my Father in heaven, please forgive them. See the Sri Ramakrishna's storytelling. It's full resemblance with the Bible, with the Jesus' words. So Brahmachari said they are small boys and they did not know. They are ignorant after all. They did not realize what a great change had come over my mind. How could they know I would not bite or harm anyone? Because he is thinking, my Guru is so powerful, this Brahmachari. These small boys do not know, but if he becomes angry with the boys and do any harm to the boys, so now he is not thinking of himself, he is thinking of others. That happens when you are spiritually uplifted, progressing, advancing, you will feel for others, not only yourself. Swamiji said, if you want to have liberation, freedom yourself, please try to help others to get freedom, to have liberation. For your own liberation you are trying, that is striving for that. That is also selfishness, my dear. Why don't you try to bring the same liberation in others' lives? In the way, in its move, you yourself will be liberated. By bringing smile to others' face, you yourself will be smiling. So this is all the generosity, greatness. So he was apologetic as if that he has done anything wrong. So on behalf of the boys, he was telling, they did not know anything, they are small boys, they are ignorant, and they did not know that I won't bite, I won't do any harm. They are small boys. How could they know all this, that I am a changed person now? The Brahmachari explained, what a shame. You are such a fool. You don't know how to protect yourself. I asked you not to bite, but I didn't forbid you to hiss. Why did not you scare them by hissing? You fool, did I tell you not to hiss? I told you don't do any harm. Hissing is no harming, but when they are coming to attack you, kill you, beat you, destroy you, do harm to you, why did not you raise your... This is the problem in our lives. Many of us, we think, there is a good saying, passive goodness is good, but active goodness is better. Passive goodness means you are being killed there, which I am. Oh, so God is, I am here. Somebody is robbing, somebody is doing, somebody is in problem. Most of the sadhus are passive. No, we are sadhus. We have left our home and heart. We should not get involved in all these social, family matters, all this. This will remain in the world. This is why. So, yeah. It's also good. It is good. Passive goodness is good. Seeing many things wrong, many wrongs being done in the society, in everywhere, but not trying to remove it, have some solution for it. That's good that you are not involved, you are thinking of God. But better is active goodness. Extend your helping hand. Oh, friends, why you are fighting, my dear? What is the cause? Come, don't fight. Please go ahead. This is not good. This much you can do. And in between you may also have some blows from both sides. That also happens. When you go to mediate somewhere, show your goodness and impartial from both sides. But don't mind, your goal of life is not to be praised by them. And oh, my dear sir, how great you are, you have come to help us. You are not going for that. You know, God dwells in everyone, let me help them. This is not. So, this, why did not you scare them by hissing? So this sadhaka, now spiritual aspirant, is being scolded by his guru, that I asked you not to do harm, but how to protect yourself you must know. Shame on you. You don't know how to protect yourself. So you must hiss at wicked people. You must frighten them, lest they should do you harm. But never inject your venom into them. One must not injure others. Now Sri Ramakrishna is coming back to his own sermon. Yes, what is the moral, what is the message of this story? That yes, we will not do any harm. But when I am being killed at the verge of my death, anything wrong, and if you are a family man, you have to not only yourself, you have to protect your children, your old father, mother, your wife, your other friends. You are living in the society, you are getting the protection and support of the society. You have to help the society also. Yani anuvaddani karmani tani sevitobbani. No itorani, don't do any harmful activities to the society. In the society, always do welfare activities. That is your responsibility. No, nobody asked me, so I did not go to help anybody. Or you are a doctor, why don't you treat people? You are a teacher, why don't you teach somebody? You are an engineer. See, you have water. Next house, neighbor has got fire. Their house has got fire. Why don't you supply some water? No, nobody asked me. It's government's work. It is municipality's. That's how it is not mine. Why I should pour water there? These are all very dangerous. So-called good man, goody man, actually. So real aspirant, spiritual aspirant will not behave in that way. They will come forward, they will try to protect themselves, not doing any harm to others, and at the same time help others also. That is done because householders, it is householders' duty. You have a family, you have to protect yourself to protect the family. And protecting the family is the protecting the society. The families are unit in the society. Unit family, one unit, one family. So hundreds and thousands and millions of families are making the society. So if everyone does their duty at their area, within their jurisdiction, then everywhere it will be fine. There is a story, Sri Ramakrishna said, if one ring in a chain is weak, it is very strong. 1,000 rings are there in a chain. Even elephant can be chained, tied with this. But if only one ring out of 999 rings are very strong, only one ring is feeble, weak, broken. There is no value of the chain. 999 becomes useless. So in the society also, I am not disturbing other, I can do anything here. No. You will not, if you put some bad potatoes, spoiled potatoes in the whole of lot of potatoes, others also will be spoiled. So everyone has to take the responsibility to protect themselves and for the protection of the family, for the good people, for the society. In this creation now, Sri Ramakrishna continuing, so you must hiss at wicked people, you must frighten them lest they should do you harm, but never inject your venom into them. One must not injure others. In this creation of God, there is a variety of things, men, animals, trees, plants. Among the animals, some are good, some bad. There are ferocious animals like the tiger. Some trees bear fruit sweet as nectar, and others bear fruit that is poisonous. Likewise, among human beings, there are the good and the wicked, the holy and the unholy. There are some who are devoted to God and others who are attached to the world. Men may be divided into 4 classes. Now, Sri Ramakrishna is coming to the point and showing us our place in the society, in the family, in our life, where we are. So he is telling men may be divided into 4 classes. those bound by the fetters of the world, the seekers after liberation, the liberated and the ever free. Baddha, mumukshu, mukta and nitya mukta. Nitya jeev, ever free, nitya. They are, for name's sake, they are, a person is there, body is there, but they are completely jivan mukta, free. Then liberated, mukta after doing sadhana, they are now liberated. They know I am not attached with anything. And mumukshu, those who are trying to liberate themselves. And baddha, those who are bound by the fetters. They don't think that we are bound. Oh, we are very happy. What is wrong? Why should you go to God, this, that, holy, unholy? What is there? I am happy with my peg, with my family, with my other things, with all these things, with my enjoyment of the sense organs and with the objects. I am fine. What is the problem? So they are happy with their bound condition. Among the ever free, we may count sages like Narada. Who are ever free? This Narada-like people. Always going here and there. But they are ever free, not attached to anything. Although going, visiting good place, bad place, earth, heaven, everywhere going. But if we go to heaven, we are good people. If we remain in earth, all the bad tendencies of the earth will also be with us. But Narada is free from anything. So, Narada-like, sages like Narada, they live in the world for the good of others, to teach men spiritual truth. They are ever free. Nitya jiva. Their jiva, they have their individual body, mind, everything, but they are not attached to the body, mind, intellect. They are beyond this time, space, causation, all this. They are, yes, this is there, but I am not attached to it. I know myself. And doing good, they are not thinking, I am doing good to you. We think, I have helped you. I am a good person, I am helping you, I am giving you, I am teaching you, I am giving you knowledge, I am giving. That feeling is in the initial stage, although we are doing good things. But this nitya jiva, nitya mukta, who is my own and who is... they do it for the good of the whole world. They never think of any other things. They live in this world only for the good of others, to teach men spiritual truth. Hey, know this truth and be liberated, be free. Think of Swami Vivekananda, how much trouble he took only to tell people this clarion call, oh my dear, allow me to call you, address you as the children of immortal bliss. Why sinner, sinner, sinner? No, my dear, you are not sinners. You are the children of immortal bliss. Know that. Know thyself. Know that real nature. And you become liberated, you see. Even people are trying to poison him, to kill him. How much he got insulted, what they did not tell about him. All bad things, assassinating his characters, giving poison in his food, misbehaving and telling all lies and stories. Still, they were smiling. You write against that? Well, no, Vivekananda is not born for that. They have done what they thought of. When they will be coming back to their senses, one day they will understand. Why should I call their names? Vivekananda is not born for that. See the greatness. This Narada-like people, they live in the world for the good of others and to teach the whole world the spiritual truth. Those in bondage are sunk in worldliness and forgetful of God. Not even by mistake do they think of God. I told. Bound people think temple, donation, good work, holy, what is this? All these things. All unholy things are holy to them. Which holy people will not do, they get joy in that. In the Gita, it is there. Ya Nisha Sarvabhutana. What is day to the whole world? For the yogis, that is night. Night means you remain sleeping. For worldly people, worldly minded people, they will be enjoying and getting joy It is day for them, means they are enjoying. And you are sleeping, means you are unattached. And what is day to you, that is night to them, the spiritual practices. You get joy in that, you are awake in that. And they are at that time dead, they are sleeping. They don't know that yogis are doing sadhan, bhajan, going higher and higher, enjoying bliss. They are unaware of that. They are sleeping in the spiritual life, but awake in the sensual life, in sense enjoyment's life. But yogis will be completely opposite. It is there in the Gita. So Master is telling, those in bondage are sunk in completely in the worldliness and forgetful of God. Not even by mistake do they think of God. There is a story, one old granny was just dying. The children, they know that when the people die, they should, others should chant the holy name, Hari Hari, Krishna Krishna, Hari Bol, Ram Krishna. We devotees are Ram, we say Ram Krishna. Krishna devotees say Krishna, Ram devotees say Ram Ram, Jai Shri Ram, something. Mahadev devotees will say Har Har Mahadev, something. So this is there in the scripture. Utter some God's names, goddesses' name, so that hearing that, his consciousness also will be full of that godly state, and whatever idea you are dying with, that idea, that thought will select your next birth, liberation or higher sphere or lower sphere, hell or heaven or liberation. It will depend what you do at the time of death. So many people, those who want to enjoy world a little bit, they say, then whole life we enjoy all these things, and while dying, we will take God's name, oh God, 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 and we will be liberated. I said, no. This world is like that. Whatever you do whole life, at the time of death, that things, inner tendencies will come out. That what you eat, Sri Ramakrishna said, you just burp that. Oh, this if you take radish, you will burp out that radish smell. So whole life what you do, if your samskaras are not pure, purified, uplifted, filtered, cultured, then at the time of death also, whatever. So there is a story, granny was dying and small children, they know, hey God, Dida, this granny, tell Krishna, Krishna, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Then the old granny, worldly minded, telling, my dear Dadu Bhais, my dear brothers, grandchildren, I cannot say so long things, I am dying now. She is telling so many words, so many things. That power is there to utter, but not the God's name. And the small boys are trying, they know that yes, if at the time of death, my granny says, this granny will go to higher level, will be liberated, something. They are trying what they heard, they are doing. But granny's samskaras, inner tendency, whole life she did not think of God. Now, even though she is being reminded, Granny, think of God, Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Krishna. Oh, my dear, I cannot utter so many words. I am so weak. I cannot utter. See, the clinging to life. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, never ever, not even by mistake, do they think of God. The seekers of liberation want to free themselves from attachment to the world. Some of them succeed and others do not. The seekers of liberation want to free themselves. We are all trying to free ourselves. Some of us will be freed and many may not be. So, want to free themselves from attachment to the world. Some of them succeed and others do not. The liberated souls, such as the sadhus and mahatmas, are not entangled in the world, in lust and lucre. Their minds are free from worldliness. Besides, they always meditate on the lotus feet of God. Those who are saints and sadhus and mahatmas, they are in the world, they do everything. but they are liberated. They don't get attached to anything worldly, lust and lucre, all this, anything that is called worldly, they don't like to get themselves associated, attached to that. So their mind is always on the lotus feet of God. Suppose a net has been cast into a lake to catch fish. Some fish are so clever that they are never caught in the net. They are like the ever-free. Ever-free means nitya mukta. But most of the fish are entangled in the net. They are baddha, bound. Some of them try to free themselves, mumukshu, trying to free themselves. And they are like those who seek liberation. But not all the fish that struggle succeed. A very few do jump out of the net, making a big splash in the water. Then the fishermen shout, "Oh, look, there goes a big one." But most of the fish caught in the net cannot escape, nor do they make any effort to get out. On the contrary, they burrow into the mud with the net in their mouths and lie there quietly, thinking, "We need not fear anymore. We're quite safe here. We're quite safe here. We don't need to move." But the poor things, these fishes, do not know that the fishermen will drag them out with the net. These are like the men bound to the world. The bound souls are tied to the world by the fetters of lust and lucre, passion and possession. They are bound hand and foot, thinking that lust and lucre will make them happy and give them security. They do not realize that it will lead them to annihilation. When a man thus bound to the world is about to die, his wife asks, "You are about to go, but what have you done for me?" Again, such is his attachment to the things of the world that when he sees the lamp burning brightly, he says, "Dim the light, too much oil is being used," and he is on his death, not thinking of God. Wife also says, "What you have left for me?" Wife also is talking worldly things. When a man thus bound to the world is about to die, his wife asks, "You are about to go, but what have you done for me?" No unworldly, godly discussion. Think of God, think of God. Don't worry, think of God. Mother will come, master will come. She is also demanding. Husband is on deathbed. See the wonderful match made for each other couple, bound, both bound so much. Husband, in any wife's life, husband is everything, it is considered in India. Because if husband dies, wives, everything, things become restricted, limited, eating, dress, enjoyment, this, that, protection, all gone. So she should be very unhappy. Rather she is telling, "You are going, but what about me? What you have left for me? You are about to go, but what have you done for me?" And such is the attachment of the man also. When he sees the lamp burning brightly, he says, "Dim the light, too much oil is being used." His own oil is finished, life's oil, and he is still thinking of the lamp's oil, which will not go with him. So this is the world. Too much oil is being used and he is on his deathbed. The bound souls never think of God. If they get any leisure, they indulge in idle gossip and foolish talk, or they engage in fruitless work. If you ask one of them the reason, he answers, "Oh, I can't keep still, so I am making a haze." When time hangs heavy on their hands, they perhaps start playing cards. Master said when he visited Keshav Sen's house, Keshav Sen's maternal uncle, he is already crossed his mid-age. He was 55 or 60, around that. In India, in those days, 60 means you are an old man. You are prepared to go to the funeral pyre, ready for that. and he was playing cards, and Sri Ramakrishna has come, Sri Ramakrishna, the God, has come to visit the house, to bless the family, and one of the senior family member is still busy in playing cards. Sri Ramakrishna said, you see, as if he has not in the right time to take God's name. He doesn't know when he will pass away. Not taking God's name. Still playing cards and demanding, I am not a lazy man. I cannot sit quiet. I am not a lazy man. I am playing cards, as if he is doing great work for the whole world. Playing cards. So, Sri Ramakrishna is giving, it was his experience. There was a deep silence in the room. There must be. The things Sri Ramakrishna is telling, all of us will remain calm and quiet, because have introspection, what we are doing, how we are spending our time. We don't need to go anybody and ask how much I have advanced. Yes, you gauge your spiritual level yourself. See where you are. You are baddha or mukto or nitya mukto or trying to liberate. Where you stand, we know. Why others will see when I will have God realization or not. Why it is there? You ask your mind. Do you love God? Yes, then you have you faith. Sri Ramakrishna says, if you have faith, that is dawn. It is the crimson, red morning. Sun in the morning. Yes, sun will rise. If you have faith in God, love for God. Why do you ask others? You will yourself understand where you are. So there was a deep silence in the room. A devotee asked, Sir, is there no hell? Then for such a worldly person? And now the question was that how we should do when some people come to do harm to us. In the Gita, Bhagavan is telling Sri Krishna, in the first chapter, they are called Atutaina. This is, Swamiji says, Sangsaya Rakshasa Nasha Mahastram. Sri Ramakrishna has destroyed the sangsaya, doubt. I will follow this path or not. God is or not, God is not. If is, what form? This or that, yoga, how many times? Always confusion, always doubt, always seeking help from others, guidance from others. Whole life is going. Only one guidance, love God. These are all physical, some feats. It helps to concentrate your mind as if we are doing something. I am sitting with the book, but if my mind is not concentrated, whole day I may be sitting with the book, and some of my classmates, they come and say, whole day playing, but 1 hour coming to the book, with the book, reading, and again sleeping, playing everything. Whole day I am spending sleepless night. I don't attend, suppose, at any games, sports here, there, always sitting with the book, but mind is not in the book. Then what is that? So there is no value of spiritual practices if the mind is not attached to that practice with God, with higher ideal. So in the Gita, Bhagavan is telling this doubt. Every time you cannot expect your guru will come. And Sri Ramakrishna said, your mind will be your guru. Gradually you will find that your guru dissolves in your isto, and what you will do or not do, good or bad, you will find its instruction from your isto through your mind. When your mind is pure, you will not take a false step. An expert adept in dancing never takes a false step. Everything is okay. So when your mind is pure, you don't depend on the guidance of others, whether I will do it or not. Your conscience is clear. You will take the right decision, pragmatic, wisest, most appropriate decision. So Arjuna was hesitating in the first chapter, it is there, that why I should kill them. Nihatta dharta rashtanna ka priti sajjanardana papam ebo ashrayat asmad Hatva etan atutaina. What pleasure indeed could be ours. O Janardana, O Sri Krishna, what pleasure indeed could be ours from killing these sons of Dhritarashtra. Sin only could take hold of us by the slaying of these felons, this desperados, criminals, robbers, those who come to do some harm with bad intention. This criminal-minded people, unlawful activities. So why? What joy can we get? What good it will? Rather, it will be sinful. Felons means atotaino, those who come to kill you. There are 6 types of atotaino in the scripture. There are these 6 types of people. If they come to do harm or kill, and you have the right to kill them. Scripture is telling Ognido, those who come to set your home on fire. Then Gorodo, those who come to give you poison and kill you. Shastradhari, those who come with arms. You understand, he is coming very angry to kill you with some kind of astra, weapon. Dhanangapahari, who takes away, steals away your wealth. Bhumapahari, who takes away your landed property by hook or crook, any way. And Striyapaharo, who takes away your women folk, your wife, your daughter, your anything, being kidnapped in presence of you, in front of you. You have every right to kill. So, these are in the scripture, it is there, that it will not be a sinful act if you protect yourself who are trying to kill you, or who are trying to kill your family, or trying to take your land or your property, movable, immovable, whatever, this is wealth. So you have every right to protect all these things because this belongs to you, and you have the right to it. It will not be sinful to act. So, Atotaini, one who sets fire to the house of, administers poison to, falls upon with a sword on, steals the wealth, land and wife of another person. Duryodhana did all this, Kauravas. Sri Krishna is telling Duryodhana did all this to you, Pandavas. And now you are showing mercy, Atataina. To your brothers, these Pandava brothers did all this. Duryodhana did all this to the Pandava brothers, this Yudhishthira, Arjuna, to them. According to the Arthashastra, no sin is incurred by killing an Atataina, these aggressors, these killers. Even if he be thoroughly versed in Vedanta. But Arjuna seems to argue, true, there may not be incurred the particular sin of slaying one's own kith and kin by killing the sons of Dhritarashtra, inasmuch as they are Atatains. But then the general sin of killing is sure to take hold of us. For the Dharma Shastra, Artha Shastra says you kill them, no harm. But Dharma Shastra says, which is more authoritative than the Artha Shastra, enjoins non-killing. Don't kill others. Don't kill others, it is general way. But when you are being killed, what you will do? For sadhus there is a mantra, abhayam sarvabhutebhyo. I will not be a point of fear to anybody's life. But that is not for the householders. You have the responsibilities. Sadhus are sadhus, you know this body is nothing. But for grihasthas, this body is everything so long you do not realize the truth. When you have realized the truth, you can kill yourself. That is also not killing, because you are not killing. You know, it doesn't have any reality. So it is unreal. So that you don't become a suicider yourself. committing suicide. You will not incur any sin for that. So, this is in the Gita, Bhagavan is telling, one has to understand that, Arjuna, stand up. Why you are unnecessarily showing all these things? Bhagavan is telling, where from all these things came to you, Arjuna, in the battlefield itself, when you are to fight. Kutasta kosmalamidam vishamesam upasthitam anarja justam asargam akirtikar Arjuna. Sri Krishna said, Blessed Lord, Arjuna, in such a crisis, whence comes upon thee this dejection and are you like disgraceful and contrary to the attainment of heaven? Where from it is coming? Mark with that what contempt Krishna regards Arjuna's attitude of weakness masked by religious expression. Arjuna is trying to show, I am religious, I am ahimsa, I am following the path of religion, righteousness. But Sri Krishna is condemning and scolding and pointing him his mistakes. And then Klabbang Maashma Gamapartha Noitatta Yupaddhati Shudrang Hridaya Durballam Taktatishta Parantu. Hey, stand up, yield not to unmanliness, Arjuna, Partha. So it doesn't become thee. So cast off this mean faint-heartedness and arise, O scorcher of thine enemies. You are a hero, you are born to win and establish dharma, and you are doing adharma yourself. You are not doing your duty, showing your cowardice, it doesn't befit you. What are you doing? Arjuna, stand up. So in our lives also, we should not be that goody-goody good man. We should understand what we are doing. Anything, Swamiji said, anything weakens you, don't touch. It is throw it like poison. And anything that makes you courageous, powerful, gives you valor, accept that. That is dharma. So, weakness is not good when you are getting only attached to your kith and kin. That is why you are showing all these things. It is actually you are taken by your this worldly feeling, kith and kin and all these things. There is no dharma in it. So we will continue afterwards. There are nice questions and answers next time. Om Shanti 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 Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Any question?
Well, there was one a long time ago. A person was asking, Thakur wanted to give ochre robes to Girish. When Girish wanted to renounce, why was he not allowed to become a sadhu?
Again you read, Thakur wanted to give the ochre cloth to Girish.
Yes. When Girish wanted to renounce, why was he not allowed to become a sadhu?
Because Girish's duty was not over at that time. He had his family. Sri Ramakrishna did not believe in that kind of sannyas when you have your responsibilities in the family and you may be the head of the family, you may be the only earning member in the family and so many dependents on you, and you are showing that I want liberation and all others suffer. It is not that. Do your family duty. Sannyas means inner sannyas. Do remain in the householder's life because you have already accepted that. What will happen to your wife and other children and your other brothers or dependents, other members of the family? So do your duty to them, but know that you are serving God. Not your my brother, my son, my wife, my, this. Remove this my, me and mine, this feeling, and do everything. Sannyas means detachment. Ochre cloth, it gives you a recognition in the society and also a reminder in your mind that no, I should not get involved, I should not, I am wearing this. This is the symbol of renunciation. So householder's renunciation will be mentally. Although you are in the householder's life, but your mind will remain in God and every duty you will do in a detached way. As the sadhus also live in the society, they also have food, this, that, doing works, but don't get attached to it. Like that also you do. I am not doing for my son, my, I am doing for the children of God. This is my responsibility. God has given me. I am caretaker, as father, as husband, as son, I am doing that. So that attitude is for them. So there is no problem. Sri Ramakrishna did the right thing, and Girish's mind afterwards became completely detached, and he used to tell others, why do you go to Naren Rakhal to know about Sri Ramakrishna's greatness? Come and see here what Sri Ramakrishna has made me. It was not said out of his ego. He was glorifying Sri Ramakrishna that I am the example, what I had been and what I am now. Come and see the greatness of Sri Ramakrishna by touch of Sri Ramakrishna, how an iron ore can be transformed into a gold. So, thank you. So it's time. We go. Anything?
How to gauge spiritual progress, Maharaj, in yourself?
We can do it. Stop it there. So we can have